Just a couple of days ago, we showed you the incredibly tragic public murder of Ahmaud Arbery, and there has been a lot of attention on this case in the wake of that video being released, and now, finally, some progress in the case. Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael were arrested in the death of Ahmaud Arbery. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation announced both men face charges of aggravated assault and murder. And so those are the two individuals seen in the video wielding the Magnum and the shotgun. There is a third suspect that is being talked about, but has not yet been brought in, that was a little bit farther away, but potentially either has information or could have been involved. If something had been said beforehand about the intentions, this individual might know. And so this is just one little step along the way. But at this point, considering the months that it took for even this step, any step seems pretty good.
Yes, it is. It is gut punching how much it takes to just get folks in an insulated community like that to do what would to other folks seem utterly intuitive. Like, you see that video, you do something about it.
Yeah.
And it took an entire nation of people saying do something about it for them to end up doing something about it.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know, I saw Trump said that the video was devastating. That's good. If this is the last he says about it, then good job.
Yeah.
But there is every reason to believe that in a month he's going to be tweeting about how Gregory McMichael's a hero and the lamestream media has smeared him. And
well, already,
I mean, who knows? But right now it's okay.
Yeah, but already folks are trying to resurface anything that could potentially, in this guy's past, seem at all whatsoever questionable. But think back to, like, the things that they said in the original article. The thing that, I mean, just proving racism, like stopping at a construction site to look in a window is the whitest thing in the world, right? They think that he was casing the joint. But, like, I live in a place where there's a lot of construction and a lot of people walking by. Everyone stops and looks in the window to see how it's doing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody does. They're looking through fences and everything just to see, because construction is very, you get curious about it. And to prove their racism, when they saw a black guy do that, I mean, maybe they had it before, but judging from even the story they put forward,
yeah,
like, come on, that is utter racism.
Yeah. I mean, my wife and I, we go on at least one bike ride each weekend. We just ride around neighborhoods. The number one reason we do this is to point out doors we like, yards we like. You look at houses. That's what people do. You're allowed to do that and not be murdered as a result of it. So just briefly, we're going to have more commentary on this. But before we get to that, I did want to show you a little bit, a couple of excerpts of the interview from Chris Cuomo's program last night. Jasmine Arbery, that's Ahmaud's sister, came on, and we have a little bit on her reaction to the arrests that had just been announced relatively recently at that point, and then also a response to the question of why she thinks this happened in the first place.
Well, as of today, we feel a sense of relief. This has been a long run. It's been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time. So this day was a turning point in recovering my brother's case and getting justice for him. So we're relieved and happy.
Why do you think this happened, Jasmine?
I believe it was a hate crime. It was one black guy and 3 white guys.
How does that
My brother was jogging.
How does that make you feel, that might have been what took your brother's life?
As if his life wasn't respected.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to say much more than that. I think everybody understands the incredible likelihood that change one demographic variable in this case would never have happened. It wouldn't have even just been different. It never would have happened. They never would have hunted the guy down. They wouldn't have brought their guns. They wouldn't have confronted him. They wouldn't have shot him. They wouldn't have gone 2 months before being arrested if just one little demographic variable had been changed there. And yeah. I mean, they've been fighting, like, so most people, including myself, I hadn't heard about this case a week ago. They've been fighting for months to get to even just this point, and they're still gearing up for what is likely to be a year-long battle, if not longer, for justice. And so, yeah, your heart really goes out to her.
Yeah, just thinking about what was happening in the town.
Mm-hmm.
The ex-cop, the thought, like, let's get our guns. Like, that moment when they're like, let's get our guns. Or, we have our guns, let's pull them out. The thought afterwards to say, oh no, the jogger was the one who accosted people on the side of the road who were parked. He was in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Today is actually Ahmaud's birthday, and to celebrate the birthday and raise awareness of his family's fight to get justice for him, runners all over the world, people who've been following the case, people who just feel terrible for this family, are running 2.23 miles, the date of Arbery's death, and sharing their support with the hashtag #IRunWithMaud. You know, obviously stay socially distant and all of that, but if you want to show solidarity, people are tweeting about this as well as getting out there and taking part as well.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.